Assalamualaikum everyone, this is me Rubania E-commerceWali, and today we have an amazing guest. The name is Katryna. Katryna from Ukraine. She is a certificate life coach and master of the transformational game My Love. Katryna helps people awaken self-love, expand their energy, and live full of meaning, freedom, and joy. Her coaching guides individuals to make decisions with intuition, break limiting beliefs, and embrace confidence even in Ukraine times. We are honored to have her with us today. So, hi Katryna.
Hello, Rubania. Thank you so much for this beautiful introduction. How are you doing?
I am doing good. What about you?
I am doing fantastic, irrespective of the challenges that we are facing in Ukraine.
Okay, so Katrina, my first question. Can you tell us what inspired you to become a certificate life coach?
Well, this decision came to me not very unexpectedly because I have been helping people for a very long time. And on the lighter side, I decided, well, if I am so helpful and my support, my guidance, my experience is why me and start asking my. So that is also quite a decision on the lighter side that pushed me to become a life coach. But ultimate realization, ultimate desire was about making this place a better world for myself, for my kids, for my family. And we as human beings become better when we're happier. And becoming happier is when we start seeing the world not as black and white, but we see different. For me, thanks to my mindset, I was able to transform lives of many people who have started with life in different colors.
Okay, that's great, Katrina. And Katrina, my next question: what motivated you to create the transformational game, My Love?
Well, the transformational game My Love was not my creation. I have purchased the rights to be the master of this game. And what helped me is that I did not know what are transformational games. I did not have the experience. So one day I was offered to play the game. And when I played, I was overwhelmed with the feelings, with emotions, with the result, with understanding about myself, about my life. So that was the beginning of very deep insight into myself. And I understood if I felt like that, if I was able to discover myself like that in such a short period of time, and it was only a session of 3 hours, then I can do wonders. I can help other people on the same discovery journey. Because sometimes we say, self, I love myself, I understand myself, but we are so mistaken. And to actively, passionately, what is missing, what needs to be changed, what needs to be adjusted, adapted, modified, how to see the same situation which is repeating again and again, how to change that circle of repetition. So, game, My Love, is useful for everybody. Even teenagers from 12 years of age, they can also play. Men and women enjoy playing this game. Initially, they will feel a little bit skeptical. What does this game do to us? And once they start playing, their eyes open, their heart open, and they are not the same after completion of the game.
Okay, that's amazing, Katryna. And Katryna, my next question: how does your energy help people transform their lives?
Okay. Yes, energy. We human beings are like plants. If we have no energy, little can we achieve. If we have energy, the world has no limit. We feel like we can do even climb the K2 mountain, right? So my energy has a very special effect on my clients. They can come in a very upset way, sad or angry or anything else which is pleasant for them. And after the session with me, their emotions, feelings, body language, and their own energy is going to be transformed. I do have this very calming effect on people. And obviously, whenever we communicate with somebody, especially when we work with somebody, we take the energy of the other person. That is natural. That is how human beings operate. You know, sometimes when you enter into the room and you necessarily have to talk even to people, but you feel like your energy is being sucked out. And so for me, I do it consciously. I share my energy with my clients consciously to help them to cool down, to help them to understand what is happening, not through high emotions, but through their true feelings. And our true feelings can only be understood when our emotions are a little bit more cooler. When they are heightened, when they're elevated, it's very difficult to understand what do we truly feel. So my energy helps my clients, and it is also part of my coaching program. I do share, and after that, definitely I have to cover my energy as well, because energy is not limitless. It is like, fuel in the tank. Once it becomes empty, you have to refill it. You cannot drive a car without a fuel.
Okay, that's great. And Katryna, and my next question: what is the most common challenge people face when discovering self-love?
People misunderstand the absence of self-love in their life. When you ask them a question, do they love themselves? Yes, of course, I love myself. I bought myself a new purse. And you're like, okay, good, very loving, very caring, well done. What else? So we are, as human beings, we are not true to ourselves. Uh, we misunderstand the concept of self-love, and we mistreat this concept as egoism. We think that loving ourselves is actually egoistic. That is why we prefer not to say, I love myself. And if somebody will say that he or she loves himself, we're like, oh, he's egoistic, she is egoistic. But egoism and self-love are absolutely two different um, up of life. And how I love to define self-love, because people say, no, I'm being loved. No, you cannot be loved if you're not loving yourself. And we are keeping egoism aside. And for me, self-love is like a triangle, without which you cannot build a strong foundation of love, because self-love is the foundation of all the relationships. If you do not respect and love yourself, you cannot respect and love others. And others cannot love and respect you, because you are not showing them how to love you through your self-love. So that is very, very essential. egoism in return. It's only about me. Everybody love me. I love myself, and only me, and only me, and only me. So that is not self-love. Self-love is a triangle. Loving yourself, loving others, and others loving you in return. The way you love yourself and the way you love others. So this is like, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that's amazing. And my next question, how does my love guide someone toward their true desires?
Yeah, nice. Okay, so the game My Love, in a typical explanation, it's a game. It has a field which you put on the floor or you put on the table. It has cubes, it has metaphorical cards. So a person has to say, for example, I have a new car, right? So this is your desire. You want to have a new car and you want to understand whether this desire is true or not. So if a person throws the cubes on the field, his true desire has to be connected with his. So whenever we operate with the cubes, it is connected to our body, it is connected to our heart. And the energy goes through our body to the cubes when we throw it. So the numbers on the cubes are a great indicator whether this is a true desire or this is approximate desire or this is something that has to be adjusted. For example, if I have thrown the cubes and the numbers came up 11, 12, it's not a perfect entry into the game, but it's a great indicator that my desire is almost true. And what do I need to do? I have to adjust little bit specifications to my desire. Maybe I will say, okay, I want white car, Lexus model this in this time. And then I can enter. Or maybe it will show me this is not the car you desire. Actually, you want to have Mercedes instead of Lexus. So this game is guiding you. And it's like, in childhood, we played a game hot, cold. Like, when somebody is playing hide and seek, and if somebody is trying to seek somebody, we're like, oh, it's cold, you're not going right way, or it's hot, you're almost approaching the person. So that is the same with this game. It is guiding you, it is showing you direction, whether your desire is warm, cold, or hot.
Katryna, wow, amazing. Okay, so my next question, how do your coaching program help free the mind from limiting beliefs?
Yes. Limiting beliefs is something that we have in our past experiences. And normally it is something that we have got from society, from parents, from siblings, from friends, and they have come to us unconsciously, simply by how we see the world operate, simply how we see other people think and behave. So when a client comes to me, I specify, oh, I'm having problem with money. So like, okay, you have problem with money. Think about money. So the person will say, well, I think money do not grow on trees. That is a limiting belief. Because actually, if we start thinking, the actual money do grow on trees. But they grow on trees in a different way, because if we talk about printed money, they are made of paper, and paper is made of a tree. So how does that limiting belief is getting stuck in a person, and person thinks money is evil? They will say, oh, money is evil. The rich are only the ones who are making money through illegal ways. And that's why I'm poor, because I don't want to do illegal stuff. And that is also untrue. And our limiting beliefs are making us stuck in the past. They are making us limiting our own potential. We are ourselves saying, no, I don't deserve money. money is evil, money boundaries. And for money, you have to work very, very hard. So what people do, people, for example, very difficult tasks, very difficult, hardworking jobs, they work for 12 hours in a shift, they come back exhausted, and they're like, I work so hard, but I'm still poor, I still cannot earn. Because the energy of money is different. People hardly believe that money comes easily. Agree? They say money always comes difficult. But there are cases where people get money easy because they operate on different energy. So limiting beliefs are our blockage to our own potential. Similarly, like many people say, oh, you cannot have it. You can have either money or good relationship. You cannot have both. But I believe you can have everything. You can have good family, you can have good income, you can have good friendships, you can have it. Because if you believe over here, and that means that you have worked on the reducing or changing the limiting beliefs. And many people have the limiting beliefs about money, about education, about religion, about personal development, and so on in every area of life. Limiting beliefs are limiting our potential. So yes, with every client depends on his or her limiting beliefs. We are working and we are rewiring. At the same time, it is very important to understand the root. Where was this limiting belief was born? So then we have to rewire. It's like, upgrading Windows 96 to Windows 2025. And it takes time. It takes time through hypnosis, it takes time through coaching, it takes time through games, through metaphorical cards, and other different tools. Because, for example, even a 12-year-old child is already having a limiting beliefs. Because we have seen how our parents talk, how our parents believe, how our grandparents talk, what they believe, our friends, our teachers. So the older we grow, the more limiting beliefs we acquire. So it's an amazing job that you are doing, guys, right now. You are learning from the best in the world how to change yourself at a very young age, and it's amazing.
Okay, that's amazing, Katrina. And my next question, what is the biggest transformation you have seen in your clients?
Oh, nice. 360-degree change of life. Exiting abusive relationships and believing in themselves. Believe in ourselves, I think, is the most challenging. Most challenging. Our parents can say, wow, Rubania, you are amazing, mashallah. But if Rubania does not believe that she is amazing, it will be very difficult for her to feel that she is amazing. But at the same time, if Rubania's best friend, Rubania's teacher, comes and tells her the same words her parents are saying, she will start believing a little bit more. Because when parents are saying, Rubania will say, well, but they're my parents, they love me, they have to say this. But when a best friend says, Rubania, you're amazing, your interview with Katryna was zabardast, it was fantastic, I just loved it, it was the best interview ever. You were like, yeah, yes, you are absolutely right. Let's do, Rubania, more interviews. Come on, you can do it. You can do this, that. Then your teacher tells this. Or even Rehan Saab gives you a call and say, Rubania, you are fantastic. Let's do it. Let's do more. You will feel so much different, right? So this is what also life coach do to the clients. We become the client's cheerleader, but at the same time, we also help the client to see the truth. We are not like ChatGPT, who will say, "You're fantastic, well done." We will actually say, "No, listen, this is not, you're not going in that direction. That direction is hurting you. Don't you see it?" And the person will say, "Yeah, it's hurting me. How did you know?" So you're like, "Okay, let's see this, let's see that." So no matter how artificial intelligence is going to progress, human beings still have a soul. And one of my clients said, in very interesting thing, "Oh, Katryna, I am getting help from a ChatGPT." Like, fantastic. You don't have to come to me. And the client said, "No, Katryna, I still have to come to you for help." I'm like, "Well, if ChatGPT is so great, why don't you have to come to me? You don't have to pay money to ChatGPT, or at least not so much as you're paying to me." And the answer was, "Well, ChatGPT has no soul. And ChatGPT is always clapping. GPT is being so nice to me. And I really need to whether I'm doing really nice or this is just artificial intelligence nice." And you have soul. So human beings will remain the most important people in people's lives. No machine will change that scenario. We will still be needing physical person or person who has the soul to help us, to support us, to be part of our community. And even though I have seen funny things on the internet, people are marrying artificial intelligence, that's crazy, but it's also happening. The world is changing. But at the same time, Rubania, you understand the importance of actual human beings in life.
Thank you so much, Katryna. You are fantastic. You are great. And my next question, how does fear block personal growth and how do you help overcome it?
Well, I continuously study. I continuously learn. I love to read. I love to get new certifications. I love to learn from experiences of other teachers who have done so much in this world. I love to learn from my children. They are my biggest teachers because a new generation thinks differently, a new generation behaves differently. So they are my biggest, most challenging clients. And they are my greatest educators because the way your generation thinks is so different and so sometimes scary also. But what scares us helps us to grow.
That's amazing. Okay, so my next question, what are the key benefits of playing my love?
The key benefits of the game My Love, first of all, is to understanding your true desire, your true need, your true want, or your biggest wish. And that is going to be yours. Second, you build a roadmap to achieve that greatest wish of yours. You understand what action you have to do to make it work, to make it a reality. But that is not just like, okay, jump 5 times, sit 3 times, or do push-ups 5 times. No, that is actually, the game is showing what internal transformations you have to undertake. But at the same time, it's not only showing you the action. You are already in the process of this game transforming because you already making decisions. By making decisions, you are internally, mentally changing. So the transformation is already happening not after the game, but during the game itself. It's a very intense therapy. It's not something lightly to be taken. People get very exhausted after the game, but then they feel like they have got a second chance in life. And exiting the game is actually like a summary. You understand, wow, you made the right decision, and all you have to do is start taking steps towards achieving that wish that you have. And it's not only achieving that one wish, no, it is actually about so many other aspects of get connected with wish. And so many other wishes start manifesting in the process because the game can show you that, okay, Rubania, you have a limiting belief in terms of a relationship. You believe that you cannot have two best friends, but actually you can even have five best friends. And during the game, you start testing the theory. Is it really true? Can I really have five best friends? Or will I be fighting with all these five best friends and I can only have one best friend? So this game is rapid transformation and insight into your own soul.
Okay, so Katryna, my last question. Finally, what is your message for anyone seeking freedom, confidence, and inner safety?
All right, let's do it. So for those individuals who are seeking confidence, inner peace, is to trust themselves, is to be honest with themselves first, and ask, what do I want from my life right now? Many people fail to answer this simple question. Many people do not understand what do they want. And this is where the transformative journey begins. If we are able to answer ourselves, what do I want? And we believe that we can get it, we start acting towards that. We get a purpose in our life. But when a human being says, oh, I do not know what do I want, you don't have a purpose, you don't have a direction. So you are simply like, we can say Medusa. You know the word Medusa? It's like you are like, no, I do not know what I want. But the point is to be very clear on what do you want. And it does not necessarily mean that you have to be stuck to it and cannot change the direction. Actually, sometimes one wish leads to another, to third, to fourth, to fifth. So your point is making it moving. You have to keep moving, 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 and continuing to move. So that is my advice. Be honest with yourself, be honest with your wishes. Answer yourself, what do I wish? What do I want? What do I need? What do I desire? And get from.
Your message was amazing. And
Thank
Katryna,
you.
thank you so
Yes.
much for sharing your wisdom, energy, and insight with us today. And your work reminds us that self love, intuition, and courage are keys to living in a life of meaning and joy. We are truly appreciate your time and inspiration. Thank you so much again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.